Yo, what up guys, beside you here, logged into the 2024 free-to-play challenge hosted by the HH network, and in this video I want to go over some newest updates that is going on with my account right here. If you do not remember, I'm part of the Cold Brew and crew right here, and let me go over some changes that is happening right here. The first thing I'll let you guys know from my last video, or from if you've been watching all this time, you know I've been going crazy in the campaign, and so far from the leaderboard seems like I'm one of the first players who has been able to get 5-star champions. Well, 5 champions to 60 in the normal leaderboard, not the content creators. Oh, in the content creators leaderboard, I mean. So I'm right here at the top 1/5, 5 champions to level 60. That's been my main goal since I started this game, and saving shards has also been my second main goal right here, waiting for 2x events. So it might seem like I'm going for that long run. I'm going for the end goal, which is going to be the 3rd month, to see how we can come up on the leaderboard. But there are milestones to meet in the 1st month, in the 2nd month, and then the 3rd month. So I did not go, just decide to not push at all. So currently I'm in, how many points are we currently? Let me quickly see my number of points. 1,400 or so, if I can find it, overall points. Let's see, Cold Brew crew right here, 1,529. That's where I am right now. I've not even opened the what do you call it now, the L-Hades 2 today, but I've been running some activities in the background that might have given me some more points, which including faction wars. I beat some new stages, some new stars, and I've not updated this today because I have other raid clients open right now, so you can have multiple ones open, I think, at the same time with your F2P account. That's why I can't update it right now. But I just wanted to showcase that, but I'm leading that leaderboard and it's nothing special. I just wanted to say that I'm done with the campaign. I stated it the last time we did a video. So for this entire week, I've not been farming the campaign. All the energy I'm getting from dailies, from the free login, all that stuff, I've not been in the campaign. Why? I have 5 champions at level 60, so I have no business in the campaign. The only time I come back here is when a mission says beat a clan boss, beat a dungeon, a campaign boss 3 times. And do you know what I do? I go to Palace of Arabia to do it. I do have some more points to pick up from the nightmare stages, but I've not been able to get enough energy to push it right now. This big energy you see right here is saved for one reason only. Now, if you've been watching the series, you know that the next big thing for newer players to do right after you get 3, 4, you don't have to take 5 champions to level 60 like I did, like a madman. 2 champions to level 60 is fine for you to leave the campaign, and the next big place you should head into after that is going to be Minotaur. So that's where I'm currently am. I'm playing it by the books. Even if it's a free-to-play challenge that you're not supposed to play by the books, you're supposed to play by the points, I'm still playing it by the books by taking 5 champions to 60, next rushing into the Mino, because I knew by taking 5 champions to 60, I can comfortably beat Mino 15 without failing any runs. That's my entire goal right here, to come in with 5 champions that I know will not fail this run. And it's a 1-minute run, which is kind of fast. It doesn't really matter as long as it's 100% successful. And this is my team right here that's currently taking down Mino 15 consistently. All these champions you see right here, including Apothecary, Geomancer, Ratalos the Blade Master, and Deacon, they all deserve mastery. So most people are afraid of coming into this Mino with champions that do not deserve masteries. Well, you can make an argument to say Apothecary doesn't need masteries, yes, but there are some contents where his A1 will go crazy. Yes, he will be one of those champions you want to put in the mastery that will make him triple hit and do some damage with his, let me show that mastery right here, called Giant Slayer. So he will be adding a little bit of damage, not just a support role champion right here who is doing only defense and support utility. So every champion you see right here, I have no regrets of taking them to Mino 15. I have no regrets of putting masteries on them because they are going to be useful in every content I use them with those masteries you see on them. So no regrets to say I brought in a bunch of champions who don't need mastery. They all need it, including Deacon, who will be in clan boss, including my Geomancer, who will also be in clan boss. They are all going to be used everywhere. Now there's an argument for Amiga, he's not going to get masteries, so there is no need to even take him to 60 right now in this level of the game, unless I have no other person to take to 60. So he's definitely not getting any masteries above this tier 3 mastery level, where he will benefit a little bit from these tier 3 masteries, just maybe for faction wars. So that's it. That's the 3 champions right there. You can see their mastery level looking almost getting to the dangerous point where they begin to do a big amount of damage. Take note, you don't have to farm the Mino forever and get masteries on, get their full masteries. The only thing that I want to unlock right now for Ratalos is 200 more of these red boys, and I think is it 350 or 250 more for this? It's 350 more. So 350 and 200, that's gonna be 550 more of these red boys, red scrolls, to get me this War Master. I would not bother to get another 200 over here. So don't spend 200 here and spend 200 here. It's not smart. Spend 200 here and save another 350 for this War Master, and you're done. 550 red boys is what I have to farm to get it done. I don't have to complete 200 here. It's not needed, at least for now, until maybe one of those days you are out of you don't have any other thing to spend energy on, then you come back here and complete it. I think retribution is the next way to go. So I think I have 550 to do for 3 champions or 4 champions right now: Ratalos, Deacon, Amiga, Apothecary, and Geomancer. So it's gonna be the same story for them. Once I get the 550 unlock, they can begin to do crazy amount of damage. And once that is possible, I'm hitting brutal. Once they all have this masteries War Master on them, Giant Slayer for some, I will start hitting brutal and start getting some points right here, because it seems like I'm doing a lot of damage in the clan boss, doing the 2 key on hard, 1 key on normal, and even 3 key and brutal if I can get those War Master mastery on them. And maybe some champions might need to switch out their gear from this normal gear I put on them to just have enough accuracy and sustain, to a more clan boss build, which will more be about lifesteal, most likely, if by then I start having enough of that. So that's the biggest update for my account right now, that the mastery farming that everybody was afraid of, going right here, hitting this get all scrolls button and buying your masteries for 800. I did not use my gem to farm all these masteries you're seeing right now. For the past 2-3 days or so, I've been using my freely obtainable energy. That's why I still have 365 gems right here, especially the fact that they announced the upcoming fragment event, and a lot of us are still looking whether the calendar will make it possible for a new account that has been playing for less than a month to go for this, their first fragment event. That's what we're looking at, if the calendar will be nice to us, or to be one of those calendars that want to make you complete Summon Rush and Champion Chase or nothing, or you're not getting the fragments for that champion. So the calendar will decide on the 8th of February. We can see whether this new account or this content creator challenge, or even the community challenge, who is having enough resources to go for a fusion, to go for a fragment chase, or who is going to be skipping out on it. Now, for those players who will totally skip out on it, no shame, you will progress with all those resources you get in your account. You will progressing. But we players who are looking forward to getting a legendary, because for those players who will get a legendary, it will help you in a lot of places. Fine, a lot of us will push for Habitat, and she has a similar role like an Habitat, like a sustain. If you have a healer or a cleanser already, you probably will not even need this legendary champion. But for that faction to unlock a lot of stars in that faction, a lot of people want to have for that purpose. And any other place like the Doom Tower, where you cannot progress really except you have a champion like that who will just be cleansing, and she's gonna be an awesome support role. Even if you have a Rectodrat, or even if you're gonna get an Habitat, she's just gonna be that sealed Drake you're missing out on. So I feel like she's that type of essential champion. That's why I'll be looking forward to that calendar. So that's my opinion about that fragment event that is coming on the 8th of February. I hope the calendar will look something good for us to be able to complete. So fragment fusion prep is what everybody should be doing right now. I wish I could do it right now. By fragment fusion prep, it means silver, because you know how they do. There'll be artifact enhancement 1, artifact enhancement 2, artifact enhancement 3. those artifact enhancement might be the reason why we can't even complete that fragment event. It's fine for a newer player like this. The point requirement might be lower for our bracket, hopefully, but still it's going to mean a lot of artifacts to 4 and 8, 4 and 8, 4 and 8, 16 if you have the silver for that. But to make sure you are prepared for that, you should be farming the campaign right now to prepare 20 to 40 million silver before even the first artifact enhancement starts on. And I currently have only 1 million silver right here. So that's going to be a huge one. That will be a hurdle. For shards, I think I'm ready. I currently have 46 ancient shards. I'm currently trying to save mysteries. Normally, I just open my mysteries as I get them because I'm looking for a pest poisoner like a frozen banshee. Currently saving mysteries. Some people are even saving up 200 mysteries. I used to use my mysteries for campaign farming. Since I'm no longer doing campaign farming, I have enough mysteries saved up right now. My first 20 that I'm not pulling. And then check out my sacred shards right here. I have only one, and I'm expecting to have another one from the quest, right? The monthly quest. Yes. Before the fusion starts in 8 days, this should be dropping on our lap. So I'll have 2 void shards and 2 secret shards saved up. So normally for this challenge, we are not saving secret shards for any reason. But because this fragment event is coming up, I want to see if it's possible to go for summon rush or to go for champion chase, depending on the one. I've also started buying fragments for huntress and bloodhorn in case I want to summon them during a champion chase. I've started buying their fragments because I guess I don't need a lot of energy or all the resources I was getting from the 3v3 arena anymore, from the bazaar. I mean, 20 hours down to go to get energy, but instead I'll spend my bazaar gold on huntress and this other dude right here, bloodhorn. So once this timer resets 13 hours, I'll have enough to buy both of them again. I have 300, so I'll be buying both of them until 10 days. In 10 days time, I'll get them ready, and hopefully that will get me some champion chase points if I want to summon them during that time. So just a little backup, some fragments to summon some rares during a champion chase if it's required during that fragment fusion event. So that's some of the prep that I've started doing. I'm not 100% sure I can do the fusion yet, but I just wanted to start doing my fragment, some preps 7 or 8 days before the event finally launched. I don't know, it's even less than that by now because we're already on the third day of February already. So we'll probably have less than 6 days to go for that event. Energy, this is the time to stop claiming these energy pots that you can see right here. I'm almost tempted to use my gems to farm that minnow, but no. I should be using my energy right here to farm campaign and get silver. But before that fusion starts on the 8th of February, I want to have all those my champions you just saw, 5 of them, I want to have their full masteries. So I want to make sure that we can beat at least dungeon 16 on every content we come across, whether it's dragon, comfortably without failing, so we can farm that during the fusion. Ice golem 16 comfortably without failing, because it might be also required for the habitat missions or so when I come across that. So I want to be able to push content to that level, and I think masteries will help me do that. So these are the 2 dungeons I want to farm very, very much in level 16 at least. If I can go further, it will be even better. And then for at least for Fire Knight, it's going to be a hard one to get to 16, but with new gear or champion regears, 16 will be possible, especially the fact that it is void, because at this point I didn't think we will no longer be getting some mystery shards from this dungeon drops. Spider will still remain at 10. There is no need to push this one. Even if you can, there's no reason to push it above 10 because we don't get a good chances of getting 5-star artifacts than this stage. So until I'm done with all the trash I'm getting for level 10, that's when, let's say all my champions now have a ring, an amulet, and a banner, all sourced from level 10 or other sources. That's when I'll begin to push further. For now, I want everybody to have their banner fully unlocked before this fusion starts. I don't want anybody dying because they don't have an amulet, or not doing enough damage because they don't have a ring or something to keep them alive, or don't have enough accuracy because they don't have an accuracy banner. I want to make sure that's possible by the time this 8th of February starts. So that's gonna be what my focus is: farm my minnow, get my masteries to maximum for my champions, my 5 amazing champions you see right here, and then I can begin to get some more points in the champion leaderboards so we can begin to help our team climb from 4th place where we are currently now, right? The Cold Brew team is in 4th place. Let's quickly check again. Cold Brew. Yes, we are currently in 4th place with 8,596 points. And the 1st place is 9,000 points. So we are not that far away. 500 more points from everybody contributing a little bit, 100 here and there, 200 from our crew. We can get that 9,000 first position points. People at the 1st position are not that far away. We are still in the running for this, and it's amazing to see that. So that's what I've been thinking about, sharing this little updates, so it's not all campaign anymore. Like I said in the last video, now the fun begins, and you can see now this is the fun part of raid, where you're beginning to plan towards beating dungeon content. But before you start beating dungeon content, you have to spend an additional 1 day or 2 or even up to a week, depending on how much energy you have in Mino 15. Those spending 800 gems to unlock masteries on their champion is because they don't want to spend that much time in the Mino, and I respect your decision. I prefer to use those 800 gems to farm Mino 15 instead and convert that to energy, and convert that to, what do you call it now, XP for this champion. Geomancer was at level 20-30 by farming the Mino, is currently 58. Apothecary was at level 20-30 by farming the Mino, is currently level 52. I did not need to use brews or anything to get them this XP. And check out my Deacon, also level 48. By the time they have full masteries, all these champions will be 60. That's also a little bit of XP that I'm getting from these battles than taking some champions into battle and they are dying because they are at level 48, dying because they are level 50, when they are 6-star champions, and you are not able to take them to 60 because you're saving your brews for the next upcoming champion training during the fusion. So that's what I'm saving my brews for. Do I even have brews? Yes, I do have 10, 8 here and there, but saving all this for a champion training. I hope that fusion fragment event also doesn't have 2 champion training, because those champion trainings are long. Although it will be like 10,000 points, but if you can hit 5,000 points for the fragment champion, I think that would be a reasonable point to reach. 5,000 points for 2 champion training, each of them would be a reasonable one. What I'm really afraid of is this silver drain, because if you go over right here, during the last CVC, I did forge all my trash gear and sold all these trash 3 stars. So I currently don't even have any source of well, see, these are the few ones I'm keeping, but all these forged fatal and blood test and guardian that I forged, sold all of them and got me some silver that I used to level 2 champions to 60. I think since then I've been out of silver. So silver is going to be the main thing, and to help me solve that problem, I should be doing campaign right now. But Mino says no. Mino says get all your champions to high maximum what do you call this thing now, masteries, before campaign starts. So for now, I'm saving every little champions that I will get, and all these 2 stars are waiting for campaign to start. And yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. Probably have enough what do you call it, artifacts to even beat level 16, hopefully, for all those dungeons that are coming up. Let me know what you think about my plans to possibly go for this upcoming February fragment event for this amazing support champion that we talked about in the previous video. Do you think an account less than a month can do our first fragment event? When the calendar is launched, we'll all find out whether they make it so difficult because it seems like an amazing champion that we all want to go for, or they make it reasonable for a newer player like this to complete it without breaking the bank or without failing it halfway and then end up with 98 fragments or something weird like that. So the champion is not yet in the fragment summoning portal. The last one we got Xenograde 45 fragments by just doing our normal stuff. But this time around, when that champion comes around, even if we don't get her and we end up at how many fragments of her, 50, 80 fragments of her, that might be able to be used in the new fragments switching exchange portal that comes up. So it's a win-win. You help, it makes you farm a lot of dungeons to get some points, get some epic skill tomes and dungeon runs and all that. And at the same time, if it doesn't give you the legendary champion at the end of the fragment event, if you failed it, you still be able to change that champion into some exchange points when that new way of exchanging fragments into some resources is launched in the game. It doesn't have energy though. I think it does have some epic skill tome, which we need a lot of right now for our Geomancer, who still doesn't have his big skill fully unlocked with books right here, which is going to be this one. Still need 3 books on this one. All I've been spending books has been going to the A1 like a fool, which is not nice. Even the A2 is fully fully booked though, so not a lot. Might able to just get 3 more and get this done. Epic skill tome is still very hard to get at this level of the game because we're not yet beating brutal right now in the clan boss. So is there any other update that I need to share? Let me see. Rathalos books. It's gotten 1 over here, 1 over here, and 3 over here. That's not what you want from your first legendary champion, who should be getting this skill to a 3-turn cooldown. Instead, it's still on a 4-turn cooldown. I've still not ascended him to the maximum. The first keep was open. I saw a lot of farming it. I was like, I have better things to do right now than make him 6-star ascended, because I currently don't have a banner yet, right? Ooh. It's resistance. So now that's a good excuse to give him 6-star ascensions. Let me check out my Kale, who is another champion who has been waiting for a banner. No banner yet. And who else needs a banner? Accuracy champion, none on Deacon either. So that's the spider during the fusion coming up. I'll farm all that. Hopefully that will give me a good reason to spend a lot of time in the spider and farm it. I hope we have enough energy and stuff to do all this. I hope we do, because it's going to be incredibly difficult for me to do a fragment fusion on my main account and do it on this free-to-play 2024 account. That's why I'm thinking whether the Note to Pro will skip out on this one, because I don't want to do it on 3 accounts at the same time. But since it's the fragment fusion and we have RSL Hopper to help us auto farm a lot of stuff, maybe it's something that we can do. Let's see. It all depends on the fusion calendar, which is launching probably on the 8th of February. What do you think about my fusion prep? I'd like to hear some tips and tricks from you guys. How are you preparing for this upcoming fragment event? If you even think it's worth going for, or you're looking at her skills and saying you don't have enough resources right now, you don't have the shards to even complete one of the summoning events, or do you think this is going to be a stingy one where player wants you to complete 2 summoning events and you're like, nope, I'm out? All right, I think that's enough update for now. Happy weekend. Tomorrow, Sunday, I'll be home and I'll be live doing a live stream. Whether it's going to be an account takeover or some champion builds. I don't see an artifact announcement coming up. So without an artifact announcement, I don't want to build any champions right now. That's why I didn't do a champion guide today. No artifact announcement to do on my main account. I wanted to show off Rathalos on that account, but I'm waiting for artifact announcement so I have fully booked. I have been fully booked during CVC on my main account. Fully fully mastered also. I just want to put gear on him and show him up in some content, including the Hydra. All right, let's see. I think that's all the update I have for now. Let me go over to where I'm supposed to be spending this energy right here. No, not the spider. No. Mino right here. Scroll to the end, hit that battle, and go to my RSL Hopper. Tell it to work with the 2024 account. Yes, I have 3 accounts open at the same time. Make sure the menu is on and put it on auto and walk away. So once it gets me, all the energy is out, it will stop farming this, or once my maximum red stars is met, it will stop farming it on auto. If you have auto refill on, it will use your gems. If not, it won't. But for now, I don't want it to use my gems. I did not save my 1000 gems for an upcoming fusion, which is supposed to be what I was supposed to do. But 350 is a good start. Maybe by the 8th of February, we'll have up to 500 or 600 gems saved up. From where though? From magic sources, I guess. All right. Happy weekend, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for that live stream. Later, guys.